Good morning, happy Sunday. I am so sleepy, and of course my dog chose this moment to drink out of her water bowl. I did reading sprints for 6 hours yesterday. Was not expecting that. I started them at 3 p.m. and I thought I would do a couple rounds by myself, chat with anybody who came through and then dip. But then my friend Nicole ended up joining and hopping on the stream with me. And when we get together, we yap so much. So we did get some reading done still. I read like 85% of Witchful by Celestine Martin. But we talked for so long, and then by the time the final sprint came around, I was like, girl, I need to go to bed after this. I'm so tired just from like expending that much energy unexpectedly. And I actually have more sprints that start in 15 minutes, so I need to eat these breakfast tacos real quick and then go do that. But I just want to come on here, say welcome to the vlog. This week we are reading witchy books. I finished Witchful Thinking by Celestine Martin this morning. I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite, but I wanted to give the series a real shot after reading and loving Deja Brew. I think I am going to take a little break from the Caraway sisters though and move on to either the Ex Hex or I forget what the other one's called, but it's like from KU. Magically Yours. No, it has Hex in the title. The Marriage Hex maybe? I can't remember, but I'm going to move on to one of those just for a different vibe, and then I'll come back to the Caraway sisters later in the vlog, but welcome to it. Let's get into it. Hello. Welcome to a vlog update. It is Tuesday, October 29th, and I'm about to do some reading sprints on my YouTube channel for my little week of the witch reading vlog. I'm in the middle of the Ex Hex right now, and I'm not having the best time, but I'm determined to finish this book. Should I probably DNF because I'm a little bit annoyed with like the way the romance is going? Yeah, because do I believe in the second chance here? No, because we've been seeing jack shit from the first time, and I am 55% in. No glimpses of before other than the opening chapter, and it's not enough. It's not enough. So I think I'm going to ask once the sprints go live and see what people think, because my other option would be to stop reading this book and switch to the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana, which not only do I have on my Kindle, but I also snagged it from Spotify with my monthly audio hours that I have allotted because I haven't used them for this month yet. And that would give me the opportunity to knit or crochet while I'm on sprints, which sounds much more appeasing to me. Hello, are you okay? Which sounds much more appeasing to me than trying to suffer through the Ex Hex. But I don't know, I've just tried to read this book several times, and I say several times, this is the second time I'm trying to read it, I think, maybe the third. And I just want to understand why everyone loves it. I want to. And just right now, I'm not feeling that. So that's how things are going. I think, you know what, the more I speak, I think I am going to put it down. I finished Say You'll Be Mine by Naina Kumar today, and that book was so cute, and I was pretty invested early on in that story, and I just want that feeling again. And there was a ton of conflict in that one too between the couple, and it didn't bother me one bit, because they were really just trying to get to know each other, and it was easy to stick around through that. Also, the author just gave us these moments where they would really be getting along, and you would think that one of them was having a breakthrough with the other, and then something would happen and you go, oh no, you were so close to like getting to that point. But she kept doing that in pretty measured ways that like each time you're like, oh, we're almost there, oh, we're almost there, but in a good way, where you're rooting for them to get together the whole time. And it just was so sweet, and I had such a good time. So I think actually, now that I say all of that out loud, I am going to switch. And I don't know that this is going to be a DNF for the Ex Hex, but it's not looking good for your girl Erin Sterling on my Kindle. It's annoying too because the cover is so cute. Like, I'm having such a good time looking at that. It looks so cute on my Kindle, but it's not the vibe right now. It's really not the vibe. I also just don't feel 100%. My throat feels so scratchy right now, so I just made a cup of tea, have a slice of toast in the oven, and we're just gonna have a little vibey evening, if you will. So I'll be sure to film a time lapse this time because I did sprints on Sunday and I did not film that at all. So we are 2 days away from the end of the month. I have read, I think, 13 books this month, according to the Storygraph. Let's see. I have read 12 books. And I really don't want to end on 13. So I would really like to either not finish Irregular Witches until Friday or bust through 2 books in the next 2 days. Which is possible because I plan to be very good on sprints tonight. And my friend Nicole is joining me. And while we do tend to yap a lot, because she was on sprints with me on Saturday, I think that we've gotten a lot of our yapping out. So I feel like I could get through 2 books in those 2 days, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I am in the middle of my last reading sprint, and if you saw me have a full body gasping reaction, it is because Dell Romance just approved my NetGalley request for Sarah Adams' Beg, Borrow, Steal, which comes out January 7th, and I'm so excited. I can't believe they approved it. Oh, it's so exciting. But that's not what I want to come and talk to you about. That just was a happy coincidence. I am in the middle of chapter 8 of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana, and I cannot believe it took me this long to read it. If you read and loved The House in the Cerulean Sea, or if it was on your TBR but is no longer because of that interview a lot of us saw where TJ mentioned that... residential schools were a big part of his inspiration for that book. If that gave you pause and you wanted something different, I think this might be a really good replacement rec for that. I'm only 8 chapters in and I'm already having the absolute best time. So we're following Mika Moon, who is a witch that was raised on her own by a bunch of nannies and caretakers employed by Primrose, who is a very old, powerful witch. In this world, which they're in England, or maybe Northern or Ireland. She's been in both places so far. I can't remember where the house is, but they're in our world. But no one can know about them, but also people know witches exist, but not on a broad scale. And in order to keep themselves safe, a lot of them do not speak to other witches. There's a group of about 20 of them that meet every few months. And Mika is at one of those meetings when the book opens, and she talks about how they just never get to see each other or really commune, and it's lonely being a witch. And she has taken it upon herself to start a YouTube channel that's very witch-core, if you will, but no one on the internet thinks she's actually a witch. They just think she's a person who's really into tea and spiritual things. Well, Ian sees a video of her and says, wow, she has the same glow about her that the 3 young witches in my care have. I'm going to ask her to come essentially be their governess, if you will, to teach them how to handle their magic. And so that's where I'm at now, is Mika's in the home. She has met the 3 young witches, 2 of them who so far seem pretty smitten with her, and then the one who's very wary of her. And then you have all the adults that love these girls that live on the estate. So we have Lillian, who does not live there but is the owner of the estate and is never seemingly around but is a witch. Then we have Jamie, who is in his mid-30s. He's the librarian there and he teaches the girls about English and history. I think he's going to end up being Mika's love interest, but we'll see. I loved how he's like fiercely protective of these girls, almost in a way that's detrimental. Like, he was not for Mika coming because he's scared of what that could mean for the girls. But she just had a conversation with him where she's like, I get it. You don't trust me. You care so deeply for these girls. I'm not here to disrupt that. But you can't bring that energy around, because then the girls won't trust me either. And my whole point is for them to trust me so I can teach them how to handle their magic. And he says, okay. And it's just great. A particular quote that I really like in chapter 7, he asks her why she was making those YouTube videos, if she knows it's dangerous to be potentially caught as a witch. And she's going on about how it's very lonely to be a witch. She's very isolated. And she goes, it probably sounds silly. No, he said it. He said it at once. His voice all jagged edges. No, it doesn't. It sounds like you've been alone for a long time. Oh, I'm used to that, Mika said, her voice just a little too bright. That's the way it is. Not here, it's not, was all the reply she got. I love that. Like, he's not quite ready to let her in yet, but he has already done these little things to let her know it's safe. I very much like him. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm having a very good time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to read. There is 20-ish minutes left in this sprint, so I'm definitely going to read for those 20 minutes, and then I'm going to sign off, and we'll kind of go from there. But my head hurts a little bit. We've had nothing but 35-mile-an-hour winds all day long today, and it's just kicking stuff up, and the pressure it's building in my head feels gross. So I think I'm going to listen to this audio for the rest of this sprint, and then I'm going to put on like an ASMR video or something, throw on a heated eye mask, and go to bed, because that just sounds incredible. It sounds incredible. So I will see you all tomorrow. Hey, what's up? Hello. It is Thursday, and I am halfway through the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I'm having a very good time. This feels like a great book to read after House of Cerulean Sea. It's a little less whimsical, but is such a good time. I absolutely love Mika. She just had this big moment happen where she had to absorb a bunch of magic because of a thing that happens. And I don't want to give too much away, but watching the whole household shift to take care of her and watching them all worry about her is just so heartwarming when you know about her backstory and how that's something that she's just never experienced before. This book has such a great way of highlighting the different important aspects of humanity that maybe we don't always think about, but we definitely desperately need. The sense of community and found family and hope and inspiration and love being a verb are so present in these pages. I am just having such a good time. I'm eating it up. Now, I will say I have not been reading as much as I've wanted to this week, and I really thought I would be done with this book already. So I'm sad that I'm only halfway through, but at the same time, I'm glad that I'm savoring it and that I'm reading when I'm in the mood to, rather than, just blitzing through the audio, because there have been ample opportunities for me to listen to the audio while I've been working over the last 2 days, and I've chosen not to because I wanted to be really present in the story. So it's been very nice to play the audio and read in tandem with the book and make notes of things that make me smile or give me pause. And so I think I'm going to continue in that trend. But I just wanted to pop on here, give you guys an update, and let you know how it's going. But so far, this book feels like a 5-star experience, which is very exciting given that the last 2 books were a DNF and a 3-star. So we're on the right track. Dearest friends, I finished the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches last night, and I had such a good time. This is so good. If you're looking for a delightfully cozy, slightly whimsy, funny found family story with a teensy bit of romance and spice, this is for you. I had such a good time. I can't believe I put off reading it for so long. Can I help you, little miss? I'm giving it 4.5 stars. There were a few elements that took away from the story for a little bit, so it wasn't a full 5 stars, but it was a great experience. I would recommend the audiobook, actually, if you have that available to you. Something about hearing the accents while this is going on helps land some of the punchier moments for the comedy, but also I think for some of the sincerity that can come across. I absolutely am obsessed with Songu Mandana's writing. I cannot wait to see what else she puts out, because it's just so effortless the way, that she, she just writes some of the most heartfelt things that sometimes I think a lot of us struggle to articulate, and she just did it so effortlessly and so beautifully. And some of it felt almost downright lyrical, but not pretentious. Excellent time. I am so glad that this was my last book for the reading vlog, because it's a win. It's a big win. So with that being said, this vlog is officially over, and I'm glad we went out on a high note, because those first 2 books, it was a little rough, but we've landed in a good spot, and I'm so happy we did. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. YouTube tells me that 75% of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel. And why? Hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with a friend, and I will see you all in another video soon.